to little Sienna, Angelina and Anthony Abdallah, and of course to Veronica Xar, the cousin. 4 children. Why won't the Oatlands Golf Club allow for a little bit of bushland at the side of the road to be used for a family memorial?
Yeah, well, that's the question that everybody's asking, because any person who's got a regular understanding of how the world works would ask the exact same question you've just asked, Chris. Why wouldn't you do this? And it's pretty simple. They just don't want to do it. And I've said that, and you know me as a very even-tempered kind of a person who doesn't get sort of animated too often, but I don't think I've been as angry for a while in Parliament as I have in the last short period of time, particularly yesterday when I had to deliver a speech where the club had basically rejected the opportunity to put up a memorial. And we're not talking the Taj Mahal, mate. We're not talking something big. We're talking basically 4 rocks and then a curved seat so they can face the rocks, and then this beautiful terraced garden. This has been designed by the council. The council's willing to take on every hurdle that the club has put in front. You know, insurance, the council's willing to do the insurance cost. Council, the family, mate, we will fundraise the cost for it. Everything that you'd want, the club has basically put an obstacle in front of it. And then I've got the hide to turn around and say the family's rejected it. Mate, what a crock. And I tell you what, I think it's completely unfair, and any normal person, any person in their right mind would see this as a tragedy and would say that we need to do something about it. This is not taking too much land. It doesn't affect the golf course itself in terms of the play, unless you're out in the rough, the deep rough. But why is the play significant? Mate, because I heard today one of the mums, Veronique's mum, Bridget, tell the story of how her daughter was flung 20 metres over a fence into that golf course. And the imagination that she has of buggies driving over there, mate, and you get emotional about this stuff because whether you got kids or not, we're all human beings. I think it's bloody terrible. And I think that the club should do a bit more. And it's not the members, remember, this is the board of directors who have made the blanket call, and they don't want to find a negotiation, so let's hope they do.
Would you call on the members to get onto their leadership at the golf club? They must be embarrassed about this, Stan. Surely you need the members to lobby their own golf course board to actually back down over this and look at compromising and having this memorial in place.
Absolutely call on the members. And, you know, apparently some of the members, Danny Abdallah, who's one of the father of one of the 3 kids, one of the fathers of the 3 kids, he'd said that he'd had a member send something to him who just basically said he was disgusted with what the club was doing. You know, the members have never actually found out about this. They're being told one thing by the general manager and the board of directors, but not being aware. Mate, I know golfers. I've been a golfer. I play golf. I'm pretty hopeless at it, but they're good people. And they just want to know the story. But they've been fed this story. They've been fed this belief that the family wants a Taj Mahal and the family's been unreasonable. That's just simply not true. Now, I have worked with them. The Liberal member, Jeff Lee, has worked with them. We've got Mark Latham is working with them. We've got Andrew Constance. This is bigger than me. It's bigger than one person. It's bigger than a family. It's bigger than any individual. And if you've got a situation where you've got people from all different parts of politics wanting to work together because of humanity, then we could do it. So I implore the members to start talking to their board of directors. In Parliament yesterday, I said, I will beg if I need to, that the board actually takes this to the members. It pains me to say this, Chris. From the very moment that we've been trying to work with the club, I've just had that feeling that they just don't want to do it. They just don't want to do it. And what happens is they're looking for an excuse. So basically they're saying the family has rejected what they've put forward. What they've put forward basically is 4 rocks, 1 metre inside the fence. So you don't even get a chance to lay a flower there. What's been presented instead is a beautiful, elegant garden feature. It's not some big construction that they want to imply, but the members didn't even get to see it. And I think what's happened is they've completely misread the mood of the Australian public. The Australian public, regardless of whether you've got kids or not, whether you live in the area or not, whether you know this family, we've seen from them something that I've never seen from people, a sense of forgiveness, a sense of dignity, a sense of poise. If only the club would show the same thing.
I congratulate you on your efforts, Jihad, and I wish you a lot of good luck in doing that. Of course, nothing can bring back those children, and there are a lot of tragic deaths in this world, but this was a particular tragedy, and this memorial will help give some closure and a focus to those families. And I would say it would even help save other lives, because everybody who drives past that memorial will just be reminded of safety on our roads and the high cost of any inattention or bad behaviour.
So anything that anybody can do to support would be really fantastic. It's not even a sense of closure, it's actually a sense and opportunity here for the club to take some community leadership and to say, you know what, we know that we might be a private club, but we've got a social obligation. This is something bigger than all of us, and I don't think the family's asking too much, and I think it's unfair by the club to characterise them as being greedy or selfish. This family is anything but that.
Good on you, Jihad. We'll keep in touch over this.
Thank you, mate.
Members of that golf club, friends of members of that golf club, you know what you got to do.